on Ramazanov, a battle of the heavyweights. You talk about fighters with enormous potential and enormous punching power, and you talk about the Johnny Varane-trained Ben Edwards out of Canberra, Hammer.
He's going to be the biggest hitter that come out of Canberra.
The man that knocked out Hopper.
Tell you what, Benny Edwards, what a rise he has had. It's Big Ben Edwards.
Ramazanov, who is now based out of Queensland, to take on Ben Edwards. A real clash of styles here in centre ring. You've got the more technical Muay Thai fighter that is Ramazanov, and you've got the more boxing, more brawler style that is the big hands, the big meat hooks of banging Benny Edwards. Edwards, who formerly made a name for himself on the K1 Oceania circuit, can maybe hopefully get a call up to K1 again in the future. I certainly think so. But first we'll have to go through Ramazanov here tonight as the Muay Thai stylist goes over the top ropes.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the fighters for Fight 8. The man standing to my right, fighting out of the blue corner, weighed in at 115 kilos. Representing Australia, Big Ben Edwards! His opponent tonight, fighting out of the red corner and weighing in at 93.7 kilos. From Russia, the Punisher, Ramazanov!
So the question is, will technique or raw punching power win out?
Your referee, John Halford.
Has Ramazanov got the chin to stand up to the ironclad fists of Ben Edwards? And has Edwards got the stamina and the cardio to last the distance with a very savvy, a very technical Ramazanov with his cousin Arslan Magomedov in the corner there in the cap and scarf? Spit on each other, and we are ready to go. First round of action. Ben Edwards versus Ramazanov.
Oh, there's danger time. You can smell it by the hands of big banging Benny Edwards.
If Edwards tags Ramazanov with that right hand, Ramazanov will starve to death rolling. And Ben Edwards is a nasty fighter, folks. Was a very scary fighter on the K1 Oceania circuit.
Well, he certainly traded some big punches with the big hitters of the K1 weight division. Ramazanov being in the lighter of that division is only in the high 90s. Ramazanov. Edwards has traded leather with fighters up to 130 kilo plus. So he's felt a lot of weight behind some punches. And I don't know if Ramazanov has the power to bother him, but he can certainly peg him off in work rate.
Overhand right, left hook from Benny Edwards. Third man in centering once again, John Horford. Wild hooking left hand from Ben Edwards. He is looking for the knockout in every punch he throws. Jab two from Edwards. Ramazanov, who, for my liking, just doesn't quite fit the heavyweight mould as far as physique goes. I'd much rather see him as a light heavyweight. But he's chosen to stack on the kilos, and hence he has to fight the big boys in the open weight division. They don't come much bigger in Australia than 115 kilos of pure Aussie beef that is Ben Edwards. Overhand right from Edwards.
With a 20 kilo difference in the super heavyweight.
20 kilo difference, as Dave Ella just said, going the way of Benny Edwards. Good to see Benny Edwards with the singlet tan lines there.
This is actually a very lean Ben Edwards. I've seen him as much as 123, 124 kilos in the past. He's actually trimmed down a lot here as Benny. Oh, hustler from Canberra.
Just keeps throwing the big shots off the hip, does Benny Edwards. And he really gets his weight behind each and every shot he throws.
Not much else to do in Canberra, really, Hammer. Visit Parliament House, buy some fireworks, or fight.
And get around in your singlet.
Outside thigh kick from Benny Edwards.
Just over 10 seconds to go.
He's just getting more and more experience as Benny Edwards in centre ring. Getting more comfortable as time goes by. The Bulldog Gym in Canberra. Johnny Varan at the helm there.
In the first round, we go to the towels. As we said, it is a very clear-cut contrast of styles. The brawling, heavy-handed Edwards, the technically precise Ramazanov.
Ramazan doing well to work lateral, work angles. He's not standing there trading the big shots with Ben Edwards, and that's smart tactics from the Russian fighter. Ben Edwards in turn just looking to isolate the target, make sure he can get Ramazanov up against the ropes or somewhere where he can zero in and land the big shot.
Jab cross leg, Benny. Go on, Benny. Jab cross leg. The pit crews go to work on the big unit that is Benny Edwards, and we are ready to go to the second round of action, our heavyweight contest. High kick from Edwards. Ramazan just slipping on that Roaring Lion energy drink logo.
Roaring Lion energy drink. It's a new energy drink to hit the market, so look out for it. Give it a try. Give it some energy. Just like the boys in centre ring.
Nice left hand, and Ramazanov doing a quick count of his teeth.
Well, it stunned him. It has stunned him.
Edwards is going for the kill here. Edwards is going for the kill, and Ramazanov clinches onto a leg. Johnny Hawford puts the count on him. Benny Edwards has smelled, he sniffed at Hammer. He can sense a knockout coming, he feels.
He's going to go bombing now. Big bang and
Benny Edwards off the leash here.
Ramazanov does not want to stand in front and trade with Benny Edwards. He needs to be mobile. He needs to be working angles and kicking.
Oh, Ben Edwards with more punch than a high school prom. And now Ramazanov in trouble. Edwards swings with the left hand, and Ramazanov just getting out of dodge. Edwards lumbers forward again. How does Ramazanov handle someone who is 20 kilos heavier? Edwards jabs him and sends him back 2 paces. The big kibosh! The big kibosh! Ramazanov's down. It's good night, Irene!
Well, he was just caught there, Ramazanov. Benny Edwards let the big overhand fly. And Ramazanov not real happy with himself at getting caught.
Hammer, I go back again and I say I just can't see Ramazanov handling the open weight division. He sits at 92, 93 kilos. For me, he hasn't got the style, nor does he have the physique to be able to handle the big boys such as Benny Edwards. It is where the money is, and it is where the more heated competition is, but Ramazanov really needs to reconsider fighting guys like Edwards who are over the 105 kilo mark.
And a fighter like Benny Edwards, you can't underestimate the power though. He looks unassuming, but when he hits you, you certainly feel it. There's a short right hand caught Ramazanov, the uppercut. There was a barrage of punches that stunned Ramazanov in that round, and then it was just the overhand right. Ramazanov had nowhere to go. His back was well and truly against the rope. The head was propped, and Benny Edwards just zeroed in for the finisher.
So Benny Edwards by knockout, a very disappointed Ramazanov It is a very confusing weight to sit at these days
Ladies and gentlemen,
when you're up around 88, 89, 90 kilos.
remaining in round number 2, your winner by way of knockout, Big Ben Edwards.
And Ben Edwards continues his winning ways. He really has become the premier knockout artist in Australia these days. And that is why
Getting some of the trophies. Thank
it
you,
is
Tony.
very hard to stand up to the meat hooks of banging Benny Edwards.
Tony from Isaac there.
Tony Dow, great supporter of Australian kickboxing, manager of course of Peter Graham as